Hello everyone, my name is Baran. In my section, I will lay the technical foundation by comparing traditional and distributed system, dissecting the core components of the blockchain architecture, and walking you through the complete life cycle of digital transaction. Uh, I will start by discussing the fundamental shift in the payment system. In the traditional banking structure, as you can see on the left, everything relies on the central institution. User must go through to this single point transact. However, this creates a single point failure. If the center goes down, the whole system locks out. The solution introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 is the blockchain-based distributed system shown on the right. In this structure, there is a no-boss or central server. Instead, trust in the entrust to mathematics and distributed network of computers. This allows people to transfer value peer-to-peer without intermediaries, ensuring that even if some nodes fail, the system continues to function smoothly. Moving on to architecture, a blockchain is a not single monolithic application. It is a complex layered structure. We can identify five key components. Firstly, a distributed ledger. This is the system memory shared by everyone. Once block is written, it is immutable. Changing it would require recalculating the entire chain, which is practically impossible. Second is cryptography. Your private key is your private key is your digital signature, providing control over your assets. Your public key is like your IBAN, used for identification. Third one is the consensus mechanism. This is how thousands of computers agree on the same truth and prevent double spending using methods like proof of work or proof of stake. Fourth one is smart contract, popular in Ethereum. These are digital robots that execute transactions automatically when conditions are met. Essentially, code is low. And finally, the P2P network. There is no main cable and not split information via the gossip protocol, making the network incredibly resilient. And finally, the life cycle of the transaction. Uh, let's look. And how many actually moves from party party A to party B? It starts with creation and signing. The user's wallet prepares a data package and encrypts it with their private key. This digital signature proves the transaction has been altered. And next is broadcasting. The transaction is sent to network, not a central server. Nodes verify it and pass it along using the gossip protocol. Valid transaction enter the mempool, which is the waiting area. Here miners pick transaction, usually prioritizing those with higher fees and bundle them into a candidate block. Once block is formed and the consensus problem is solved, the block is disseminated to all nodes. Everyone updates their local ledger. However, the process isn't instant. We wait for finality. For example, in Bitcoin, we typically wait for 6 new blocks to be added on top to consider the transaction truly irreversible. And done. Thanks for listening to me.
Hello again, I am Batuhan Kayalıca. So far, we have covered the history and basic structure of blockchain. Now, let's dive deeper. We are moving from viewing this system as just a digital ledger to understanding it as a trust machine. I will guide you through the three critical mechanisms that make this possible: security, consensus, and automation. Our first step is security. How do we ensure trust without a central authority? We rely on two mathematical pillars. First, hashing. Think of this as unique digital fingerprint for data. But it is incredibly sensitive. As you can see in the visual, we call this the avalanche effect. If you change even a single comma in a massive book, the resulting fingerprint changes completely. This makes it possible for anyone to alter past records without the entire network noticing immediately. Second, digital signature. Here we use asymmetric encryption as illustrated here. Think of like a bank account. Your public key is like your IBAN number, everyone can see it. Your private key is like your PIN code, only you knows it. You sign transaction with your private key to provide identity, but you never reveal your password on the network. This eliminates identity theft. Now, next let's talk about consensus. How do thousands of computers create globally agree on the same reality without a bus? We analyze two major approaches as you can see in this comparison. First, proof of work. This is method used by Bitcoin. It requires miners to solve complex mathematical puzzles, which consumes a lot of computing power and energy. It is very secure but resource heavy. Second, proof of stake. This is the modern approach used by Ethereum. Instead of burning energy, validators lock up their own capital as collateral. It is essentially an economic security model that is much faster and eco-friendly. In short, one secures the network through energy, the other through capital. Finally, we arrive at smart contracts. This is a technology that makes money programmable. The best analogy here is vending machine. In a vending machine, there is no shopkeeper or intermediary. You insert the money, select the product code, and the machine gives you item automatically. Smart contracts work the same way. For example, consider flight insurance. If your flight is delayed, the code receives this data and automatically sends the compensation in your wallet instantly. No paperwork, no insurance agents, no waiting time. To conclude, friends, what we are doing here is shifting trust from institutions to mathematics. Cryptography ensures our data immutable. Consensus allows us to govern without a central leader. And smart contracts automate our business logic. From an engineering perspective, this is not just a database update. It is complete rewrite of the system architecture. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, I will be presenting you our research's last part. My name is Ufuk Yılmaz. Let's go. Our journey through the funnel. The global challenge. Universal hurdles for adaptation. The Turkish curriculum. Why Turkey is at the forefront. I will be talking about these parts. Proof in practice. The road ahead. Navigating hurdles toward any financial vision. Let's start with the blockchain trilemma. At the core of the blockchain engineering is the scalability trilemma. A network generally struggles to be secure, decentralized, and scalable at the same time. While Visa handles 24,000 transactions per second, Bitcoin is limited to 7 and Ethereum to 15 to 30. This leads to half throughput and blockchain bloat, with blockchain's ledger now exceeding 500 gigabytes. An unforgiving system. Blockchain is immutable. Unlike traditional finance, where transactions can often be reversed, for users there is no forgot password button. Lost keys mean lost assets. Additionally, high volatility, where value can swing 1 to 2% during a single transaction, possesses a risk for low margin businesses. Why is Turkey a global leader in this space? We rank in the top 5 globally for crypto transaction volume and lead the MENA region. In high inflation environments, blockchain has moved beyond speculation to become a practical store of value and a tool for cross-border transfers. Building the bridge. Local players like Paribu, BTC Turk, and Papara have built the fiat to crypto bridges. This infrastructure allows the Turkish lira system to interact with global blockchain networks, facilitating the use of stablecoins like USDT for real-world needs. Digital Turkish Lira Project. A cornerstone of Turkey's vision is the Digital Turkish Lira, led by the Central Bank, developed with Aselsan, Havelsan, and TÜBİTAK Bilgi. It uses a hybrid and modular architecture. Phase 1, focusing on the identity verification and transfers, was successfully completed in 2023. The innovation bottleneck. Regulation remains the biggest non-technical hurdle, while the CBRT prohibits direct crypto payments for goods and services as April 2021. The development of underlying technology for settlements and stablecoins is permitted. Data sovereignty KVKK. Public blockchains like Ethereum clash with Turkey's data localization laws because data exists on the nodes worldwide. The solution lies in private or hybrid chains where sensitive financial data remains within the national borders. Future Vision Istanbul Hub. Our future vision includes the Istanbul Finance Center becoming a global fintech hub. We anticipate regulatory sandboxes for startups and the use of smart contracts for Islamic finance, such as issuing sukuk on the blockchain. The paradigm shift is here. In conclusion, we are moving from institutional trust to cryptographic truth. Turkey's infrastructure is ready, and technical hurdles like scalability have a clear roadmap through Layer 2 and ZK proofs. The future of finance is programmable and autonomous. Thank you for listening. That was our research. Enjoy.